suffocating in the knowledge that my promise could turn into a lie, while desperately trying not to unleash those fears in front of my son. I swallow hard and feel 1,000 knives slice my chest. "Hey, buddy," Mullins whispers, kneeling down and tapping Noah's shoulder. "How about a hug for me?" Noah reluctantly turns into her embrace, and Gavin and I seize the moment, clutching each other desperately before he presses his lips to mine. His warm tongue licks the seam of my mouth, and I open for him. Our tongues tangle violently as he growls into my mouth, nodding his hands into my short, blonde curls. I whimper, tasting the salt of my tears. Foreheads pressed together, I whisper the only word that makes the moment seem bearable. Forever. Desperately, I try to absorb every last detail so that I can hold on to it for the lonely months that lie ahead. A warm hand squeezes my shoulder. "It's time, Scott," my best friend Mullins whispers regretfully. She steps back, allowing us our space, and I rise to my feet with my little monkey held tightly in my arms. My lips tremble as I gently nudge Noah's head from my shoulder. "Mommy has to go to work now, baby," I choke out. His cries are pitiful. "No, Mommy, please!" Oh, my heart. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Noah. I love you so much." I smooth the mop of dirty blonde curls away from his face and kiss his forehead, his cheeks, his nose, his lips. Gavin wrestles our son away from my arms, and as he begins to pull him away, I place a final kiss on my son's hand before he is no longer in reach. I watch him wildly thrashing in his daddy's arms, and I want to go to him, to comfort him. I want to kiss them both 1,000 more times. Mullins grips my sleeve, pulling me toward the bus that is now nearly full. I blow kisses the whole way, whispering, "I love you," and "I'm sorry." Reluctantly, I climb the stairs and make my way to the last seat in the back of the bus, immediately turning to find them behind the thick glass. With muffled sobs, I place my hand to the window and gaze down at my family until they disappear. Chapter 2. Katie. Baghdad. We arrive at our base in the middle of the night. It's eerily quiet, apart from the rumbling of the generators, and a bit cooler than I'd expected. As soon as my boots hit the sand, my pulse begins to race, and a chill ripples through my body. I'm not sure whether it's due to the breeze or the anxiety of being here. I rub at my nose, the scent of gunpowder heavy in the air. "Can't believe we're finally here," Mullins says, hopping down beside me. Her landing causing the sand to fly up and into my eyes. 30 seconds on the ground, and I already hate the fucking sand, I gripe, wiping the debris away with my fists. "Sorry, Scott, wasn't thinking." Shrugging, I motion with my head for her to follow. We're shown to our living quarters, which are no more than a tent filled with cots. We'll be sharing the space with a few other female soldiers. Despite the late hour, the beds are scarcely filled. The other women who arrived with us are opting for shut-eye, but Mullins and I are way too amped to sleep. We'd spent the week since leaving our families preparing equipment and processing paperwork at the holding station. It started to feel like we'd never leave that chicken coop, and the last thing either of us feels like doing, now that we're here, is sleeping. After unpacking my duffel, I sit on the edge of my cot to unlace my boots, freeing my aching, sweat-soaked feet from the confines of the leather prison they've been trapped in for the last God knows how many hours. I peel my socks off and stretch my legs out, wiggling my toes up and down. They crack in a sigh of relief. It feels so good that a moan escapes before I can stop it. How embarrassing. I glance around to be sure that no one heard me, but there's only Mullins and me on this side of the tent, and she's busy unpacking her own bag. I wouldn't have given 2 shits if she'd been the one to hear me anyway. Since the day we met at boot camp, bonding over our shared Texas pride, we've been inseparable. She is my one comfort when it comes to being deployed. If this ever-present pinch in my chest is any indication, I'm going to need all the comfort I can get. After stripping out of my desert ACUs, I slip into my PT uniform and tennis shoes, which make me feel a little more civilian. Since leaving the States, I've been a bit reluctant to embrace my role as a soldier. I know the switch is coming, but I've been delaying it for as long as I could. Out of habit, I rub the pad of my thumb over the inside of my ring finger, where my wedding band usually resides.